Hello art friends, it's Carolyn here with another journal page. I am starting this page out by painting two Arteza colors, sapphire blue and sky blue, and I want it to rub that wet paint off using this stencil. But you can see here I forgot I didn't put in a layer of gesso, which is what you need in order to make that technique work. So I'm going to put gesso down and start all over. I have to admit that's not the only thing I redid. I did these two other pages that I love, but I didn't get the recording done well. I answered a phone call on my watch, not realizing that would stop the video recording. So I'm adding some gold gesso by Daniel Smith just to add a little bling to the page, and going back in with that sapphire blue and sky blue. This time you'll see it works. I'm using a handmade stencil that I use making with my Cricut, and I'm just going to rub out the star shapes here and there, and you can see it really well with the dark paint. I'm next going to go in with some gel prints. I have loads of gel prints sitting around, so I'm actually making an effort to try to use them. And I did use these same prints in one of those other pages. And I'm going to create a ground. And I'm using decoupage by Deco Art to glue it down. What's nice with collage is you kind of can adjust your pieces before you commit to gluing them down. And here's a little tip. I use this little X-Acto knife to trim the ends. It works really well, especially when the glue is still wet. Sometimes scissors can get really gooked up if you try to cut it too soon. I wanted to add a little bit more of the stars, so I'm using Dina Wakley Gloss Spray in Ocean and sprayed right through that stencil. I'm using another gel print that I'm going to cut into little circles to be the center of flowers. Do you have a lot of gel prints that you are trying to figure out a use for? So I'm taking this dictionary page and folding it accordion style so that I can cut petals and have multiple petals with just one cut. I do this a few times just to have different shapes of petals, but it's definitely a time saver. I love using print or dictionary pages or words in my pages. So after arranging these petals, I'm going to glue them down with the decoupage, and I can tell that the centers that I cut are much too large, so I will trim those down before gluing. For Christmas, I got these Inktense pencils, so I'm trying them out every opportunity I can. I have to say, they don't work as well on top of a glued surface as they do on top of paper. I'm going in with POSCA markers to draw in my stems. And if you ever have a POSCA marker that the paint's not coming out, you just have to tap it onto something a few times until the paint starts flowing. Going back in with the Daniel Smith gold gesso, thought I'd start by outlining the existing petals on my flowers, and I end up adding another layer of petals kind of in the background just to give the flower some more dimension. It did take a couple of coats to have the petals be as opaque as I wanted them. I'm using a black marker at first to put in just some fun, funky marks onto my stems of my flowers. I switch it up to a Fude ball pencil, or pen, because it's a little bit thinner and I was able to get the marks that I wanted. But I love this bold black and white look. Very whimsical to the page. So thank you for watching. Just a reminder, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, and like and leave comments if you have any questions. I just reached 100 subscribers, which was pretty awesome, and I look forward to having more. The last few things I do here is use my Stabillo ALL pencil to add some additional line work and shading. The ALL pencil is water soluble, so I go back with a wet paintbrush to activate and get some of the shading and smudging. I also use a white and yellow POSCA markers to add some highlights to the flower petals. Thanks again for watching, and I hope I have inspired you to go create.